Hi everyone, my name's Johnny, and right here in front of me is our most recent Ford Bronco build. This is the third Bronco that we've done. The first two that we did before this one, they were both two-door Broncos with the Sasquatch package. So as you can see, this one's a little bit different. It is a four-door. It's a non-Sasquatch, Outer Banks. It's pretty loaded up with the Lux package. And our whole goal with this Bronco was to essentially create the ultimate Bronco. We wanted to create something, we wanted to create a Bronco that's more performance oriented, a bit more sporty, and just something that you couldn't get from the factory in general. So what we did is we brought together some of what we thought were some of the best parts and products out on the market today and culminate them into one vehicle. And this is that vehicle. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to just give you a rundown of everything that we've added and changed to this Bronco to make it what it is, and kind of explain our thoughts around what we did and everything. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. First thing that we did is we lifted this Bronco. We went with Fabtech's Dirt Logic kit. And this kit features their Dirt Logic coilovers on all four corners. And their coilovers have a 2.5-inch shock body with a remote reservoir. And this allows for more travel as well as better cooling and just an overall better suspension performance, especially over stock. This kit just eats up the bumps. Just feel very planted driving around, whether you're on-road or off-road, and especially going around corners. I feel like there's less body lean, and I just feel I can push this vehicle a lot more, a lot harder and everything, and the ride in general is just a lot better than stock. So really happy with this kit. Also this kit too, you get their uniball upper control arms as well as their rear lower links. And since we lifted it, made room for some bigger tires, in which we went with the Nitto Trail Grappler in a 37 by 12.5 by 18. I really like this tire. It's really good for mud terrain, not too noisy or rough or anything, and paired with the Dirt Logic kit, you have a pretty smooth ride, and overall just love the aggressive tread pattern that this tire has. And then we got this tire paired with the Fuel Off-Road Covert in black. It's 18 by 9, and we actually went with the most positive, most conservative offset you can get with these. It's a plus 20. Reason for that is we're located in Massachusetts, and we have some pretty strict laws on what you can do to your cars, especially your trucks and 4x4s. Your wheel and tire cannot extend out past your fender. So as you can see here with this setup, the edge of the tire here pretty much sits flush with the outer edge of that fender and everything, which will be good once it comes time to get this thing inspected. Also, as you probably noticed, these fenders and quarters are different. This is not how this Bronco came. As you may know, the stock Broncos, they have the fender, and then the flare is its own separate piece. What we did is we got rid of those and we went with Advanced Fiberglass Concepts 5-inch fender and quarter kit, and this incorporates a fender and the flare into one piece. And I just overall love the look of this kit. It just gives the vehicle it gives you way better lines, gives it a more performance oriented, just a more sexy look and everything. I just love the way they look. We also paired that with their Ram Air hood, kind of same idea, just gives it a bit more aggressive appearance and everything. And the panels themselves, they fit pretty well out of the box. You do need a little bit of modifications to make them fit perfectly, but once you do that, they fit up pretty nice and everything. So really happy with that. Another thing you probably may notice is that this is a matte finish on this Bronco, not how it came from the factory. You cannot get your Bronco painted matte from the factory, and reason we did this is we wanted to make this Bronco something different, something unique, something that you really haven't seen before. And since we were already going to have to paint the new fenders, quarters, and the hood, other thing that we wanted to try on this Bronco is painting the hardtop as well. I think that came out pretty good as well. And then we have the grill here. We like to paint match the grills on our Bronco builds. Just thinks it gives it a nice, more complete look up front. So at that point, we were pretty much painting the whole vehicle, because even when you do the fenders and quarters, you still have to blend the doors, so you have to paint them too. So we're like, you know, might as well create something different. So we went with this matte finish, and I think it looks really good. I was a little bit skeptical of it at first when we came up with the idea, but now that it's painted and the vehicle's all put together, I think it looks really good. I'm so happy we went with it. Like I said, just gives it a nice custom look. It also gives it a nice stealth look too, and everything. Just different. It catches your eye when you see it going by, and everything. Also too, all the body and paintwork's done at our in-house body shop right here. So all of this was professionally done. We use Glazzer paint and everything. So you're getting a high quality paint job with this Bronco. Other stuff here that we've done to it, you can't really see it, but we incorporated Whipple's performance kit on this Bronco. So it comes with their intercooler, air filter, and then their tune. This is, I believe it's supposed to add about 50 horsepower and about 90 pound-feet of torque. And this Bronco, it has the 2.7 liter V6, so it gets it up to almost around 400 horsepower and I believe around 500 pound-feet of torque. Again, that just ties into what we were going with this vehicle. We wanted something a bit more performance oriented, so thought that we gotta add a bit of extra power to it and everything. Helps move these 37-inch tires and just gives it a little bit more pep. Let's see, other stuff that we got. We also have Addictive Desert Design Bomber front and rear bumpers. This bumper is able to fit their Rigid's 360 series lights, as well as space on the either side here for a light pod. So we're going with Rigid Radiance light pods. And like I said, we also got it on the back as well. And then one thing that we did, as you can probably see, is we painted the light casings as well as the skid plate that comes with, or that goes along with this bumper, just to further emphasize the color scheme on this vehicle. Everything, just a nice little detail. I think it looks good. I'll show you too what the rear bumper looks like. And overall, we just like the Addictive Desert Design bumpers. They contour well to the vehicle. They sit pretty flush to it, and I just like the lines of them. I feel like a lot of other bumper manufacturers, some of their bumpers are too bulky and stuff, so I like the ADD bumpers, especially on the Broncos. Then you can see here on the rear, we also painted the light casing here too. And then another thing that you can't really see under here, but we went with a different exhaust. We went with AWE's catback system, their bash guard. So the first two Broncos that we did, we went with their AWE's dual exit system. But because we wanted to make more of like an off-road vehicle, or more performance-oriented off-road kind of theme with this vehicle, we wanted to make sure that if someone were to bring this off-road, they wouldn't have to worry about hitting their exhaust or anything. And I also think too the bash guard variation sounds a little bit better than the dual exit one. I mean, they sound pretty similar, but I just think it sounds a little bit cleaner and crisper and everything. So happy with that. Other stuff that we got here on the side is these Rock Slide Engineering power steps. So it's pretty simple how they work. Once you open the door, they retract down like so, making it a lot easier to get in this vehicle. Now that it's lifted and has 37-inch tires, if you didn't have anything on here before, it'd be quite a step getting in, so helps with that. And when you close the door, the steps retract back up. And what's really cool about this product is that when the steps retract back up, these act as rock sliders. So they can take the abuse of going over rocks or other obstacles and everything. You don't have to worry about breaking them. So you get that added functionality of the step, but you don't have to compromise on worrying about breaking it and everything. So really cool product. We put these on our other 2 Broncos. So yeah, like those. Let's see. Other stuff. I haven't gotten to the lights and everything. Let's go to the lights. So let's see. Up front, like I said, we got the rigid 360 series lights as well as the rigid radiance light pods. And then also right here too, you can't really tell because it's light out, but we have these illuminated letters from Oracle Lighting, and these feature like a halo right here in the back. And so we have them wired in with the headlights, so whenever the headlights come on, these letters come on, and I'll put a picture up on the screen to show you what I'm talking about. But it creates this nice full stream of light across the front of the vehicle, and I think it looks really good. As you can see here with the headlights, you have these line that comes out with them. So once these letters are on, you get that whole solid line of light up front. Makes it look just a nice little touch here. Just kind of gives it that custom look that we're going for and everything. And what I also like too is that it runs parallel with the KC Highlights light bar up top here, and we also have the KC Highlights ditch mount lights on the mirrors too. So needless to say, there's plenty of accessory lighting that is on this Bronco. So if you ever find yourself off-roading at night or on the beach, you will definitely be able to see where you're going and everything. Let's see, other stuff that we have. Just a little minor adjustment we made is we incorporated this old school Bronco emblem, the one that's in cursive that you see on a lot of old school Broncos. What used to be here was the Outer Banks trim sticker, so we opted for this instead. It kind of goes at a nice bit more classy look and everything, and kind of ties back to the old school Broncos. Something that we like to incorporate on all of our builds. Let's see, I think that pretty much covers the outside. I'll show you what the inside looks like. So like I said, it's got the Lux package and everything, so it's got the nice interior. And one thing we did is we incorporated these cat skin leather seats here. Got the brown base to match the brown trim that on the doors, and then it's kind of tough to see, but this dash is also a little bit brown too. And then we got the Cape Cod logo here as well on the seats, and that's kind of just to represent where this Bronco came from. So we're located in Hyannis, Massachusetts, which is located right in the heart of Cape Cod, so we kind of wanted to tie back to where this Bronco came from. Also, like I said, it's in Outer Banks too, and Outer Banks and Cape Cod are both seaside communities on the East Coast, so kind of tied in there too. And then we have some blue stitching as well, and that matches the blue on the grab handles that came in this vehicle. So also, since it's got the Lux package, you got the big 12-inch screen, heated seats, heated steering wheel. I believe this also comes with the better stereo system. You also have got a rear lock differential, and then we got the auxiliary panel here, which is super helpful for all the different off-road lights we have on this vehicle. It just comes with 6 switches, and it's just a nice clean way to organize all the different switches. Super easily accessible for either the driver or the passenger. So if you're looking to get your own Bronco, I definitely recommend getting it with this if you plan on adding any accessory lighting. And then we also got the seats up back here too and everything, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. Yep, and then I always do a quick rundown in my head to see if I forgot to include anything. I think I got it pretty much covered. If there's something I forgot, I'll put it down in the description and everything. But yeah, that pretty much rounds out this Bronco build and everything. It was a ton of fun doing this one, and it was really cool seeing how this Bronco evolved with all the different changes, and you kind of see it pieced together, and it was pretty cool. I'll put you a picture up of what this Bronco looked like before. It's kind of crazy seeing the before picture and then seeing what it looks like now. It's a completely different vehicle and everything. And that's kind of one of my favorite parts about doing this, is just taking something and turning it into something that looks completely different. So a lot of times when I feel like when you see vehicles like this, whether it's a Bronco or Jeep or a truck or really any vehicle, and you see them like done up like this, you almost kind of think that like it came, like it started out its life like that, and you kind of forget sometimes that it just started out as just a regular Bronco, Jeep, or whatever it is, and everything. So just wanted to kind of put this Bronco out there and just show what is possible, what you can do with them and stuff, and then definitely incorporate some of the stuff on our future builds and everything. But yeah, it was just kind of cool to see how this whole thing evolved and how now it finally is in its finished state and stuff. So this Bronco is for sale. For anyone that really wants something completely different than anything out on the road, if you want something that will dominate whatever terrain it finds itself on, definitely recommend this Bronco. Also too, if you have a Bronco and you would like to do any of these modifications that we did, we can do them to your Bronco as well. For more information about either of those things, you can give us a call at 508-775-3276. My name's Johnny. I can answer any questions you have, and then you can also give us an email too if you prefer doing that. Our email is contact@highnessautoaccessories.com and everything. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up this Bronco. Like I said, ton of fun doing this and everything. Really happy with how it turned out, and excited to see more products that come out for this Bronco and everything, because it still is a very new vehicle. More parts and products are coming out, it seems like, by the week. So yeah, excited for the next build, and thank you for watching.